What's up? Alright, so I got another haul here. It's been a while since the last one. The main reason why is I've actually been on 2 trips since the last one. But the first trip I only got 5 movies. It seemed way too small to do a haul video on. But the one I went on yesterday, I got 16 more. So this is the longest one yet. This is 21. And we got some pretty good ones here actually. Again, not much horror. I think I got 2. And one of which I've never heard of. But yeah, so for the movie review things, I keep saying I'm going to do them. And I did actually make one. But I screwed up in editing and really messed the audio up. I made the mic volume too low by accidentally deleting an audio channel. And then I made the music volume too high, it didn't work. And then I edited some pictures in and I realized it kind of gave some spoilers, so I gotta re-edit that. But yeah, maybe I'll do that right after this video, after I record it, so sweet. You guys can expect that soon. Alright, so let's get right into it, because like I said, there is quite a bit here. So the first one, we got Terminator. So I'm going to show you the 5 from the first trip first. This is one of them. This one I was actually actively looking for that trip. I don't know why it just popped in my head. I want to watch Terminator. I've never seen it. I've seen it, but I've seen it like broken up into pieces. I don't think I've ever seen it in one sitting. This is one of those movies that was always on cable. I'd throw it on when it was on. Like I said, I don't think I've ever seen it beginning to end, just pieces. Anyway, next one. Christmas Vacation, National Lampoons. I actually just got this one on Blu-ray too, actually. I said actually twice. This is one, I don't know if I've seen it. Like, I feel like I have. I've definitely seen Vegas Vacation a ton, which I got in the last haul. I feel like I've had to have seen this, but I really don't remember it. Alright, the next one, this is actually The Wife's, and this is kind of cool. So I'm not a big fan of the movie, but A Little Princess. And the reason why this one is really cool. One, it's still sealed. You can't really see it in the video, but you can kind of see it. But the really cool thing is, since it's still sealed, it still has the little locket that would have came with it. There was a few VHS back then. I remember you would get something with it. Like, I remember Indian in the cover came with... Was it just a little Indian guy, or did it have a little cover too? I don't remember, but anyway, I feel like that's gotta be really hard to find. Like I said, not only sealed, but you still got the locket with it. And it's actually a pretty nice locket. You can't see the detail on the camera, but there you go. Next one, another one I was actually actively looking for. Space Jam. So there's not much to say about this movie. I mean, just look at the cover and you can tell what it's about. So Michael Jordan is recruited by the Looney Tunes to play on their basketball team. And that is a freaking awesome movie. This is one I remember loving as a kid, but again, I don't remember any of it, like at all. And this is The Dark Crystal. There really is a lot of reflection there, isn't there? So another one I don't remember, like, at all. I remember Neverending Story, like, really well, which is kind of same genre as this, like fantasy. This one I really don't remember, and I feel like that's one of the ones that's going to be hard to come by, so grab it while I see it. Alright, so that's what I got on the day that I didn't show you guys. Now for yesterday's trip. Alright, the first one we have The Time Machine remake. I accidentally dropped the tape out. I actually just watched this recently. Surprisingly, this doesn't have the best reviews online, like IMDb score or anything. I freaking love this movie, man. I don't get why it doesn't have better reviews. I will say it feels a little short, like it's just kind of... I could probably do a review on this movie, so maybe I'll save any opinions on it for that. But basically, and I don't say this often, this movie should have been longer. Basically the guy time travels around and finally he lands on, I was going to say a planet, it's not a planet, it's just Earth way the hell in the future. And he's only actually there, which is probably a big, well not probably, it is a big part of the story, and they don't actually spend too much time there. The movie just kind of wraps up and ends. Anyway, the next one I've never seen, I've never heard of, but it's horror, and I feel like I have to grab horror when I see it. It's called I've Been Waiting For You. So this has actually got like a super glossy, shiny finish, so that's super reflective. Again, I haven't heard of it. It says it's from the author of I Know What You Did Last Summer. I have a feeling it's going to be a really crappy movie, but it's definitely going to be worth a watch, and like I said, one I've never heard of, so could be a hidden gem. Next one. I just really banged my elbow, man. There we got Mortal Kombat. If I remember right, these movies aren't that good. Like, there's this one, and then I think the other one is Mortal Kombat Annihilation. But I freaking loved the hell out of these movies when I was a kid, man. I think everybody liked Mortal Kombat in the 90s. So yeah, I got that one. That's another one that I feel like will be tough to come by. Next one, this is one I'm surprised I haven't come by more often. And this is a great freaking movie, man. Stand By Me. If you haven't seen this movie, this is one of those ones you have to freaking see, man. All it is, like, the story, it's so simple. It's based off a Stephen King short book. I actually used to have it. It was like just a little 30-page thing. It's just these kids who are traveling across the state to find a dead body. That's it. There was a kid who was hit by a train. They haven't found the body yet. These kids are going to find the body. I think there's like a reward or something, but that is an awesome freaking movie. Okay, next one. Predator. So some people for some reason consider this a horror. I don't get it, man. This is more like a military movie. Personally, I prefer Alien over Predator, but this is still a cool one that I'm very happy to own. Next one. This is probably my favorite drama movie, like ever, hands down. We got Simon Birch. I'm not going to talk too much about the movie, but this is a really, really good one. If you haven't seen it and you're into the more mushy type movies, this is a really good one. And this guy here is actually from my hometown, so that's really cool. Alright, next one. We got American Pie 2. So now I have all three. Well, there's technically 4, but the 4th one wouldn't have been released on VHS. So another one I was actively searching for, because the last haul video I got 1 and 3. Now the trilogy is complete. Again, there's 4, but the 4th one wouldn't be on VHS. Next one. These type of movies I'm not normally into, but this one's really good. So we got The Bone Collector. So this is one of those, I don't want to call it a cop drama because it's really not. It's like mystery suspense movie. So there's a guy that I don't even completely remember, but it's like a detective movie. They're trying to find the killer. I think he leaves like bones. I really don't remember. I'm not going to say anything about it because I'm sure I'll be wrong. But this, if I had to pick my favorite mystery cop suspense drama, it would probably be this one, The Bone Collector. Alright, the next one. This is probably my favorite Robin Williams movie. Like, I really like Jumanji too, but for other reasons, these movies are like polar opposite. Another drama. You got Patch Adams. This is another one. If you haven't seen it, I'd probably even suggest watching this one over Simon Birch. I feel like more people would like this one. It's basically about a guy who doesn't like the way the health system works. Like, people that can't afford it can't get proper care, so he opens up a free hospital, and he does it illegally though, and it's a really, really good movie. And there's actually more to it than that, the money thing. Now, like, I'm starting to remember it now. There's he doesn't like how patients are just kind of treated like, alright, get him in, fix him, get him out. He wants to have a more intimate relationship with the patients and stuff, and that's like frowned upon in the hospitals. And whatever. It's a good one. Watch it. Alright, the next one. I'm not usually into romance movies, but this is a really, really good one. Again, I don't know what to really say about the movie, but The Notebook, I'm sure you've heard of it. It is somewhat newer. I'm not going to look for the years like I always do, but That had to have been right around the end of VHS life cycle there. Next one, like I've said in another haul, I think the first one. I love Kevin Smith, man, and we got another Kevin Smith one. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. This was probably my favorite movie when I was, I don't know, early teens. I don't think I like it as much now. Like, I like Mallrats much better than this one, but this is still a really cool one that I haven't seen in the store before, so that's awesome. I definitely had to grab it, and I'm more than happy to own it. Alright, next one. Wilson! We got Castaway. This is, I was gonna say this is one that I feel like everybody's seen, so I don't really have to say anything, but I feel like a lot of people actually haven't seen it. Everybody knows the Wilson line. You might even know what Wilson looks like. But, if you haven't seen it, it's really good. There's basically just one actor the whole movie, Tom Hanks, other than a bit at the beginning and a bit at the end. So, I mean, the guy really nails it, man, for it to, like, really hold your interest with just one single actor, basically the whole movie. It's worth a look, man. It's a really good movie if you haven't seen it. Next one, we got another comedy, Road Trip. I'm trying to really remember like what happens in the movie to tell you, and I can't. I think I remember. So the guy cheats on his girlfriend, and it's recorded, and it's accidentally sent to his girlfriend who's at another college across the country. So he tries to beat the mail there to get the video so she doesn't see it. And that's a really funny movie. It's got a lot of big name actors in it too. I can't remember his name, but you got DJ Styles, Sean William Scott, Tom Green. I cannot remember her name for some reason. But yeah, you got a lot of good, funny actors in there. Alright, we're almost done. 3 more. So the only other horror I managed to find, Scream. And this is a freaking awesome one. I like this one a lot. Okay, I got distracted. Anyway, yeah. Really good movie. The only real horror I managed to grab this time. I got that other one there, but I have a feeling that one's going to be kind of a dud. Alright, let's get through the next 2 quick. So this one of my favorite movies ever. I actually own it now on VHS, DVD, and Blu-ray. We have Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So again, I was gonna say if you haven't seen it, watch it. I'm kind of wondering, would like the modern generation actually like this movie? It's tough to say. It's definitely for a certain age. If you grew up on it, you freaking love it. If you didn't grow up on it, I don't know. But yeah, I feel like anybody who was raised in the 90s, even though this movie, if I remember right, is actually from like the 70s. This says 96, but again, I don't know if that's when the movie came out or if that's just when the VHS was released. But yeah, this is probably one of those movies you either love it or you hate it. If you're from the 90s, you'll consider it one of your favorite children's movies. If you're from today, I don't know. Alright, the next one, this is one I really want to get, all of these. And this is the 3rd one I now have. We got a Goosebumps one, Stay Out of the Basement. So for those of you that don't know what Goosebumps is, what Goosebumps are they were just a bunch of short teen horror novels that were out in the 90s. These things were freaking enormous, man. Like, you guys think Harry Potter or Twilight or something was big? It didn't compare to Goosebumps. Everybody freaking had Goosebumps, man, and there was like 90 something of the books. There was like 60 of the regular and then the 20 of the You Choose to Scare. And then they ended up turning some of them into, well, there was a show, the Goosebumps show, so they turned some of them into shows. I'm trying to think of a better way to word it, I can't. And then they released very few of them on VHS, like 6, 7 of them, if that. There might only be like 5. And I now own 3 of them, so I really want to get all these. I want to get all the books, too. I'm slowly kind of building those up as well. I have so many goddamn things in here, so many small collections. I could do a whole video on just that. Hey, maybe I will. If you guys are interested, let me know. I'll show you all. I'll give you a little tour of the room, all my different collections here, because there's a lot of stuff. Anyway, that's it, guys. That's all 21 of them. and I think we got through them pretty quick. So sorry if there were some videos I just kind of said, I don't know what to say, put it away, but I really don't want to have this thing be like 40 minutes long. So anyway, like I said, expect a, I almost said tutorial, not a tutorial, expect a, the first movie review soon. It's already done, I just have to re-edit it, unfortunately. And, I still gotta do the gaming stuff. I have 2 games, I'm just trying to kind of get in the mood. And yeah, expect those soon. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Later.